These are 4 diet mistakes that keep entrepreneurs skinny. When I first tried to build muscle 4 years ago, I made a ton of mistakes, and especially with my diet. So I stayed skinny for 2 full years until I fixed this and finally got jacked. Now I see the same exact mistakes in almost every entrepreneur I coach. So in this video, I'll break down the 4 diet mistakes that held me back and how to fix them fast so you don't waste years like I did. The first diet mistake that is keeping you skinny is skipping meals. So when I started going to the gym back in 2021, I was really inconsistent with my meals. At that time I was going to school, so I was rushed to school, I skipped breakfast, and that was a problem. I did that a lot. I said, nah, I don't need breakfast, it's gonna take too much time. I'm in a hurry, so fuck that. Then sometimes I could buy a sandwich or like a chocolate bar later during the day as like my breakfast. But that was just horrible because it didn't have like a nutrition. And I did that until 2023, skipping breakfast. Sometimes I could also skip lunch and dinner. But in 2023, I locked in. I wanted to get jacked, I wanted to build more muscles. And I watched videos about diet. And they're talking about if you want to get bigger, go from like skinny to jacked, you need to eat like more food. I thought I need to have more meals. I can't just have breakfast sometimes, then like a lunch, dinner. I need to have breakfast, lunch and dinner. And even smaller meals in between if I'm gonna build muscles, if I'm gonna get in protein, I'm gonna get in like enough food to build muscle. So I started having a big breakfast, 4 eggs and 3 portions of oatmeal porridge, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter on. This breakfast, I loved it. And I started having it every day. And it worked so good. Those eggs gave me protein, the oatmeal porridge and peanut butter gave me calories. I started getting just bigger and bigger and really starting to see good results when I did that. And I realized having a big nutritious breakfast is powerful because now instead of having just lunch and dinner, I have breakfast, lunch and dinner, and my breakfast is pretty big, so I have 3 big meals instead of 2. That's like a 50% increase. It made a difference. That was the first mistake. I was like skipping meals and especially breakfast. It's like in business, you don't skip business tasks that you need to do. And I think of the same in building muscles. I can't skip a workout, I can't skip a meal. I need to be consistent and do all those things because that's when I will build the most muscles. Because more meals equals more protein. And more protein will help us build much more muscles. Because protein is what's like build up muscles. And especially for us that are more on the skinny side and trying to get bigger, trying to build more muscles, we need to have more food. A very easy thing is just to have breakfast to get in more food. Start having all 3 meals per day. If you're skipping breakfast right now, or if you're skipping lunch or dinner, start having all 3: breakfast, lunch and dinner. And I know it can be hard to have like all meals because if you're working all day on your business, it's hard to fit them in. But the thing that worked for me was the thing I do now when I'm also working 8-hour days, 10-hour days, sometimes like 11 hours on my business, is I have decided a time when I'm gonna have my breakfast, lunch and dinner. And I make the time. When I plan my days, you probably do it Google Calendar, I use a notebook. I plan when I'm gonna have my breakfast, when I'm gonna have lunch and dinner the day before. And it's around the same time every day. My breakfast usually around like 11, 12, lunch around like 2, 3, around like 3 p.m, dinner around 6 p.m. So in that way, I make time for my meals. So the day before, if I know I have a sales call booked in or a business task I need to do at a specific time, then I put my lunch or whatever meal it is before or after that, not at the same time, so I need to skip it. That's something you can do. Planning your days before and planning your meals, what time you're gonna have it, and find a time that you can have those meals at. The best thing is that you find a time that you have your meals every day. For example, me at breakfast, it's almost like it's pretty much the same time every day, like at 12. That way I wake up 5:30, work from 6 a.m. to 12, then I have breakfast. And when I say breakfast, you don't need to have breakfast right when you wake up. You can wait a few hours. For example, I wait 6 hours. So don't think you need to wake up, eat breakfast, and then work on your business after that. Because I know a lot of entrepreneurs, we want to have like good focus, not eat anything, and just wake up, work for a few hours, and that's completely okay. You can just wait with your breakfast. But it's important that you have breakfast after and not just go straight to lunch. Because if you go straight to lunch, let's say you work to 12, then you have lunch, and let's say you have dinner at like 5 p.m. or something. You only get 2 meals. If you have breakfast, then lunch is 3 hours later, 2 hours later, then you get in 3 meals. You get in much more food in that way. And you don't need to spend a lot of time cooking the meals, having breakfast. For me, it takes 10 minutes to make my breakfast. Lunch and dinner, they can also be very fast. If you have like steak or ground beef, take literally like 5 minutes. Steak, that's like 3 minutes, literally. Yeah, you can follow the diet plan I have right here. Made for entrepreneurs that want to go from skinny to jacked, don't have a lot of time for cooking. And worst case scenario, you can just order food. Literally, just order steak, order ground beef. And you don't even need to cook anything. But this was the first mistake, skipping meals. Fix it by planning when you're gonna have your meals. Have meals that doesn't take a lot of time to cook. And it's very important that you have like all meals because of the protein you get in and the food you get in. By the way, if you have any questions about building muscles as a business entrepreneur, you can use DM me on Instagram what your question is, and I will answer you, give you some personal help. I have my Instagram link in the description. Follow me, send me a DM, and I will answer. The second mistake is not eating enough protein. So working out and not eating enough protein is like marketing a product that doesn't exist. Because you put in the work, but you don't get like any results. Because protein is what builds our muscles up, is what make the muscles grow. So that's a very important thing. Just like having a good product when you're doing marketing. You can't market just like nothing. A product that doesn't exist. Or a bad product. It doesn't work good. Even though if you spend a lot of time on the marketing. And same with the building muscles and protein. Even if you go to the gym a lot, but if you're not eating like a lot of protein, you won't build that much muscles. You will have some muscles, but you're missing out on so much gains. You should have your body weight in pounds, grams of protein every day. And if you weigh about 160 pounds, you should have about 160 grams of protein. 160 pounds is like around 70 kilograms. And the best foods for protein is chicken, steak, ground beef, and eggs. Those are very high in protein. And so if you eat a lot of them, it's gonna be easy to hit your goal. If you have like 4 eggs for breakfast, if you have 300 grams of meat to lunch, and 300 grams of meat to dinner, and a few more eggs, then you will hit it. I know some people, like vegan, vegetarians, fucking stupid people, they say it's protein in like vegetarian meat or beans or shit, but this is a very important thing. Protein in vegetarian food is not as effective as protein in meat. Literally, if it's 20 grams of protein in some vegetarian thing, our body can only use like half of it because it doesn't have all the amino acids. But meat has all of the amino acids, so we can use all of the protein in meat. And of the meat have literally like double. It has around like 20 grams of protein per 100 gram, while like vegetarian food has like 10 grams, and we can't even use all 10. We can use 5, so it's like a 4x difference. Don't get tricked by some skinny fat vegan. And I promise you, meat is not dangerous. Meat is not dangerous. I eat a lot of meat. I eat 5 to 8 eggs per day. If you're not fat, then it's not dangerous. You spam like chicken, steak, ground beef, eggs, and you will get in protein, and you will build so much more muscles. On my Instagram story, I always record my breakfast when I have my eggs, and I say more eggs equals more muscle, because it's true. Every time I want more muscles, I just eat more eggs because I get in more proteins. It's 6 grams of protein in 1 egg, but also these foods like ground beef, steak, eggs, they increase testosterone. Testosterone is what like make us men stronger, have more energy, have better recovery, even have better bones. Meat and eggs, very, very powerful for building muscles. And I used to eat very little of it. The news say, oh, it's bad, don't eat too much, only 500 grams per week, because that's a scam, because they are just lying. Just people around me believe in that shit. But I promise you, eat more meat, more eggs, best thing. It helped me a lot to build more muscles. You can follow the diet plan right here. It's over 160 grams of protein in a full day of eating. That's the second mistake, not eating enough protein. Eat more protein, buy more meat and eggs. By the way, if you're an entrepreneur, more on the skinny side, you want to build more muscles, get bigger, get jacked for the summer, and you're interested in getting my personal help, so you get jacked faster, easier, avoid mistakes, avoid wasting time, avoid wasting money on shit that doesn't work, then top link in the description, you can book a call with me, we will talk, see if I can help you, and hopefully we will start working together. The third mistake is eating junk food. I remember this day in 2023 when I was lying in my bed holding my stomach because I've eaten cookies, a lot of junk food, and I felt so bad. I was tired, I had brain fog. I said to myself, nah, this is the last time I'm having junk food. I need to fucking lock in, I need to get jacked. I have been working out for 2 years, but I'm still pretty skinny. Because I realized also, like, this junk food is making me tired. I skipped workout. No way I can go to the gym right now because I'm so tired. I thought that to myself, and just a few months later, I stopped junk food. And it was the best thing I ever done. No sugar foods, no fast food. I got very strict on myself, and I have been that now for 1.5 years. But just like a few weeks after I quit the junk food, I had much more energy. I woke up with energy. I went to the gym more, I pushed harder in the gym, I had better recovery, I got more gains, everything improved. My immune system was much better. I felt just much stronger, much energetic. So I went to the gym more, pushed harder, built more muscles after the gym. Everything in the process of building muscles improved. So I realized the power of not eating junk food and having a clean diet with no sugar, with no fucking bad oils, no fast food, nothing of that. And I don't even know why people eat junk food. And eating junk food is just so fucking stupid, because you literally put poison in your body. And why people eat it is so stupid reasons. Like, most people, they are addicted to it. And that's just like weak. Why the fuck are you addicted to junk food? Like, are you a fucking child? Like, I can't even take a man that is over like 15 years old that eat junk. Nah, older than like 18 years old eat like junk food or anything. I can't take them serious. Like, you put poison in your body. Some say, oh, because it tastes good. If you eat junk food because it tastes good, you're fucking retarded. Why the fuck would you make yourself worse because something tastes good? It tastes good in the moment, but in the future you feel tired, you have a worse immune system, you're weaker, you got less muscles. It is so fucking stupid to eat. It's so fucking stupid to eat junk food. Like, as a man, no man should ever eat junk food. Like, that shit is for children. And the thing is that most people will never experience, will never understand, is once you stop junk food, you don't care about it because it's an addiction. It's your brain is fucked up. So your brain has been fucked up from that sugar. So you're addicted to it. But when you stop, like when I stopped having junk food, it was only hard for those first weeks, for those first like 2 months. After that, I stopped caring about junk food because I had changed my brain. My brain wasn't addicted to sugar anymore. Now I can have a donut like here. Before I would have needed to eat it because I was addicted. Now I don't give a fuck because I don't care about sugar. Like, that's the thing. Like, most people miss. So if you're an entrepreneur, you want to go from skinny to jacked, literally stopping junk food is the best thing you can do. For more energy, for more testosterone too. And you will save time. So it's very high ROI. So stop junk food. I promise you, you will thank me later. Like the thing that worked for me was having it slowly, less and less and less. And then over time I could finally stop. Like, breaking a bad habit. You have it less and less, then you can finally stop and go without it. Do that and you will like thank me later. Thank me in 3 months. It will change everything for you. You will go to the gym more, you will push harder, you will have more muscles, you will have better recovery, everything. So that was the third mistake I was doing with my diet. I was eating junk food, and I stopped it by having slowly having it less and less. Then building muscles became so much easier because, like I said, more energy, push harder in the gym, went to the gym more, better recovery. And the fourth mistake is super important, and is eating too little food. I used to have like pretty small meals, or like middle-sized meals when, like, the first years of me going to the gym. But then when I locked in and I quit the junk food and I wanted to build more muscles, I started having bigger meals, started having a bigger breakfast. I went from having just like a fucking sandwich to like 4 eggs, 3 portions of oatmeal porridge, having big lunch instead of like 1 portion. I had like 2 or 3 portions. Same for my dinner. And I started building more muscles from that. Because I got in just more food, I got in more protein and calories by just eating more, eating bigger meals. That was a game changer. And the hack for getting in more calories is having peanut butter. Especially for us entrepreneurs, it's very powerful. We can work on our business. Go get 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, eat it like this, tastes good, give us 100 calories. More calories is good for us that want to build muscle because it fuels up the like muscle building process. Protein is the most important thing, but calories kind of important, and you can spare and you can have some more. But if you start like gaining fat and your stomach doesn't look like you want it to look, maybe you gain too much fat, then you have less calories. So you can like experiment with it on your own a bit. Have like 2 extra peanut butter tablespoons. If you still like pretty lean, then okay, it's good. If you gain too much fat, then maybe just have 1. So you can just look yourself in the mirror and reflect on what you do and thinking, why am I gaining too much fat and not that much muscle? Maybe eating too much of peanut butter, too much carbs, and not that much protein from like meat. That's something I do. And that's powerful. Literally like coaching yourself. That's powerful. But it's hard. And you will get better at it over time. I couldn't do that when I started working out. But over time you learn. And the thing that helped me just eat more, have bigger meals, was progressive overload in the gym. Slowly having bigger and bigger portions. I remember in 2023 when I tried to have more. When I tried to eat more, I just started having 1 scoop of extra food each week, added another egg to my breakfast, had another portions of oatmeal porridge to my breakfast. My stomach slowly got bigger and bigger and could handle more food. And another thing was just drinking more water, because when you drink more water, you expand your stomach because the water goes into your stomach and expands it. So you can physically fit in more food in your stomach if you drink more water. That was the first mistake, eating too little. And I know a lot of like skinny entrepreneurs struggle with eating a lot because you don't have a lot of time or like low appetite. But for me, it wasn't really a difficult problem to fix. So try it out. If you have like low appetite, can't eat a lot, slowly have more and more food. Slowly. Don't shock your body and just eat a lot right away. Slowly have more and more, and drink a few glasses of extra water each day. That will probably help you get in more food. And if you're an entrepreneur, more on the skinny side, you want to get jacked faster, easier, without sacrificing your business, without wasting time in the gym, just having a straight plan, someone that holds you accountable so you don't skip workouts and you instantly start building more muscles. So if you want that, my one-on-one coaching would be perfect for you. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching to getting jacked as a business entrepreneur, then you click the top link in the description, book a call with me, and if you're a good fit, you will be accepted into the one-on-one program. Become jacked, brother. Bah!